Die MS-700 Prüfungsfragen bei Realexam ermöglichen Kandidaten mit schwachen Grundlagen, so viele Punkte wie möglich zu erzielen, und hilft ihnen, die MS-700 Prüfung beim ersten Versuch zu bestehen.
1. You need to configure the environment to meet the security requirements for the R&D group. What should you do first? A. Start the Information Barrier Policy application. B. Add an identity provider. C. Create 2 information barrier segments. D. Create 1 information barrier policy. Answer. C. 2. What should you recommend to meet the Microsoft Teams requirements for guest access? A. From the Azure Active Directory Admin Center, modify the external collaboration settings to include fabricam.com only. B. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, modify the Office 365 Groups settings. C. From the external access settings in the Microsoft Teams Admin Center, add fabricam.com to the allowed list of domains. D. From the Microsoft Teams Admin Center, turn off org-wide guest access and manually add guest users from fabricam.com to Teams. Answer. A. 3. What should you recommend to meet the Microsoft Teams requirements for guest access? You have an Active Directory user named User1. You need to ensure that User1 can view the following reports: Microsoft Teams User Activity Report, Microsoft Teams Device Usage Report. The solution must limit the ability of User1 to make changes to Microsoft 365 services. Which role should you assign to User1? A. Teams Service Administrator wrong. B. Reports Reader correct. Circa Teams Communication Support Specialist. D. Message Center Reader. Answer. C. 4. Your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription and a virtual desktop infrastructure (VDI) solution. The company's Microsoft Teams upgrade policy is set to Teams-only coexistence mode. You deploy the Microsoft Installer (MSI) package for Microsoft Teams to the VDI solution. Several months later, users of the VDI solution report that their workstation is missing several new Microsoft Teams features. You need to ensure that the VDI solution users can use the new Microsoft Teams features. Solution. You run the Grant-CsTeamsUpgradePolicy cmdlet and specify the PolicyName parameter. Does this meet the goal? A. Yes. B. No. Answer. No. 5. You need to configure the IP phones to meet the device requirements. What is the minimum number of configuration profiles you should create? A. 1. B. 2. Circa 3. D. 4. Answer. B.